Hello, good day. Today I want to share with us on the topic privacy and confidentiality, application and implications in healthcare practices. My name is Dixon Forjabe. Content of presentation. We shall look at conceptual clarification of privacy and confidentiality. Then we move to the difference between privacy and confidentiality. We look at the conditions for the breach of confidentiality, the implications of privacy and confidentiality, and then we shall summarize this point and provide some reference for further consultation. What is privacy? The word privacy is derived from that word private, which means restricted to public knowledge. It essentially refers to a condition where a person voluntarily is free from public interruption and inclusion. All things being equal, every individual has an ethical and legal right of privacy and confidentiality that is applicable in whatever area of their life they choose to enforce it, including healthcare. Privacy is a matter of choice for an individual if he doesn't want to disclose his or her matter in front of people. However, in this era of digital technology, there are fresh concerns about privacy and how it might be defined even in healthcare. What about confidentiality? Confidentiality is a term derived from the word confidence. It means trust. It entails when one trusts that the information which is told in confidence to someone will be kept secret from the reach of unauthorized people unless an express or implied permission is given to uncover the information to the third party. In healthcare, it is common that the information shared between care providers and patients will not be told to the third party. The third party is, in this case, would be an individual or group unauthorized by the patient. However, it is ethical and legally permissible for care provider to share such information within themselves for the purpose of facilitating patient care. The agreement of confidentiality is not an absolute one. Patients, caregivers are obligated to breach this right under certain conditions, which will be discussed in the course of this presentation. What are the differences between privacy and confidentiality? With privacy, a person is free from public interference, while confidentiality demands that information is kept secret from the reach of unauthorized persons or group. Privacy talks about a person, but confidentiality is about information. Privacy restricts the public from accessing the personal details about a person, whereas confidentiality protects the information from the reach of unauthorized persons. In privacy, everyone is disallowed from interfering in the personal matter of a person. Conversely, in confidentiality, some specified and trustworthy people are allowed to have access to the information. Privacy is the choice of a person. In contrast to confidentiality, it is compulsory if the relationship between parties is a fiduciary one. Privacy is a right, but confidentiality is an agreement. What are some of the conditions for the breach of confidentiality. There are about 4 ethical and legal grounds where confidentiality can be breached, and these are: 1, direct consent from patient, in the case where the patient approves directly that his or her information should be shared with a third party. The second condition is within the team of care providers treating the patient. In other words, confidentiality is breached for the patient's interest to facilitate better care for the patient. The third condition is protection of public interest, or what is often called third-party argument. And the fourth condition is state or authorized body interest, like disease control, court order, and other statistical body for planning and developmental purposes. These are the 4 grounds in which confidentiality might be breached. Some practical guides when confidentiality is breached. Because it is sometimes inevitable that confidentiality in the course of care in healthcare would be breached, how are we to handle such situation in order to manage the damages that may be caused by such actions? The general rule is to be proactive rather than reactionary in breaching confidentiality. Care providers should anticipate such events and make necessary plans, which might include the following: alert the patient's care team, especially the leads, a team approach plan to make full disclosure to the patients. This could also include strategies like maintaining anonymity, obtaining patients' consent, and minimizing disclosures when possible. In some cases, the medical defense union should be placed on alert. And finally, detailed documentation of the case. These steps would be very helpful in managing situations where we cannot but breach confidentiality. And now let's look at the implications of privacy and confidentiality in healthcare. Respecting privacy and confidentiality has proven to be crucial across healthcare for the following reasons. 1, it promotes trust in the patient-physician relationship. 2, it contributes significantly to increasing the access and the appropriateness of care. And thirdly, it helps avoid the expense of malpractices. Summarily, thus far, we have been able to define confidentiality and privacy, and we have been able to establish how these 2 concepts are related and how they are so different. We have looked at the conditions for the breach of confidentiality. We have also made points as regards how to approach cases where confidentiality is inevitable. We advocate for proactive rather than reactionary steps. We have also looked at the implications of confidentiality and privacy in healthcare practices. Find below some references that could help for further reflection. Thank you for your attention. I hope to have some of your questions posted here, and I'll be glad to have further conversation with you. Thank you.